Let's switch gears real quick, and Amy, let's talk about you were a nurse in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming because you were medevac Army, that's how you kind of meet somehow. But
Yeah. So I was a critical care Air Force nurse, and I actually trained to be on the critical care air transport team, which is called the CCAT team.
okay,
But when I met James in Saudi Arabia, it was pretty much that. I mean, we didn't, meet over a patient. We actually met at the Olympic-sized pool
wow, okay,
that was in Saudi Arabia. But it was, crew going out. Actually, Jon Griswold in the book, he was the outbound crew, and James's crew was coming in to replace his crew. And I met. I think was it the first day that you landed, or
Yeah,
first or
day.
second day? I can't remember. Yeah, but I just remember. A bunch of people sitting around a table, and I sat there, and believe it or not, I wasn't feeling well that day, and but I didn't want to be like in my room. I wanted to be out with people, and I remember just in my head just hoping somebody would like sit and talk to me, because I'm more of an introvert and James is an extrovert, and I just felt weird sitting there by myself, not really wanting to talk. And, in my head, I was really kind of praying for that. And he sat next to me, and he loves to talk. He could really talk. So I was really happy about that. But yeah,
he's bragging about being in Tango. Nah.
But it was great. So yeah, that's where we met. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And was that the path you chose, or did your path change at all once you hit the Air Force?
No, I actually was a critical care nurse prior to going in the Air Force. I had a couple years experience in Chicago, where I was a nurse, and
Okay.
decided that I wanted to get out of Chicago. And just basically one day I interviewed a recruiter, and I said, yeah, I'll do that. So
Gotcha.
it was kind of my ticket out of Chicago. So yeah.
Was that Cook County?
Yeah, it's Cook County. Yeah.
It's from The Fugitive. That's what I always think of.
Yeah, it's Cook County. I had
movie.
to dust off those cobwebs.
Did you ever have any close calls?
No,
No.
not in the aircraft. Yeah, I mean, I flew. Well, I mean, I don't know how close it was. I mean, I did fly around in the Blackhawk helicopter in Saudi Arabia. I mean, I guess Jay could tell you more stories about that. But no, that's the only time I flew in the Blackhawk. And then after we got married on our honeymoon, we flew around in a Blackhawk helicopter around Hawaii. So we got our own personal flight. I brought my uniform so I could hop in, the crew chief seat there, and I probably would get somebody in trouble by saying all that, but it was the most.
Were you stationed there?
I did
Yeah.
1 year in Hawaii. So,
Was that the base on Oahu on the north?
Wheeler Army Airfield. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was stationed at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, and he was in Hawaii. So we got married, and we were separated for a while, after we were married. But it was great, right
Yeah.
after the second deployment. Right after that, we just got married, and so I was over in Hawaii for like 10 days or something. So, yeah, it's great.